Tom, I want you to break down another great opener we have this weekend. North Carolina, South Carolina. Shane Beamer going up against Mac Brown. We talked a good bit about North Carolina quarterback Drake May last season. I think he could be the best football player in the country when all is said and done. He has that sort of ceiling. And when Spencer Rattler's on, he has that same sort of ceiling. Really came on strong towards the end of the year last season. What are you looking for most from this matchup?
Two things, one on the North Carolina side and one on the South Carolina side. Let's start with the Gamecocks. I think that you have to ask the question, right? Which Spencer Rattler will we see? Will we see the Spencer Rattler the first 8 or 9 weeks? Or will we see the Spencer Rattler that, by the way, ironically coincided with Marcus Satterfield being removed from his duties to lead that offense, and all of a sudden Spencer Rattler explodes? You kind of feel I use the term turned him loose with LSU and Jaden Daniels. And I think Shane Beamer was like, dude, we're overcomplicating things. We're doing too much. Let's oversimplify and just let this guy go. He doesn't have to think. He doesn't have to do anything. If we get that Spencer Rattler, then we're going to have a pretty good offense for the Gamecocks. Now, if that happens, going over to the North Carolina side, Carolina does not have to be a great defensive football team. They have to be a competent defensive football team, meaning – get off the field for 2 to 3 third downs, right? Maybe create a turnover here and there. We know they were a horrendous tackling team a year ago. Yeah. They gave up a lot of explosive plays. So let's just say you improve that 10%, 15%. You get 1 or 2 possessions back a game. That offense is going to be able to score with anybody. And Drake May is a special, special player. And so I think this is a really evenly matched game, and I think the LSU-Florida State game is too. But if North Carolina is not any better on defense, then it's going to turn into a track meet. And does that benefit South Carolina? I don't know. If Spencer Rattler gets hot like he did at the end of the last season, then I think this thing could go down to a 1-possession game late into the fourth quarter. But it's kind of like what we saw from USC last week. It's like, just be competent on defense. You don't right now in today's college football game. Yes, to win a college football playoff game, to win a national championship, you do have to have a certain level of eliteness, for lack of a better phrase, on defense. But to become an 8, 9, 10-win team, go to a bowl, maybe compete for a New Year's Six bowl, you don't have to be elite on defense. If you've got the players that you have on offense, just be competent.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm trying to find some extra pocket change to put on the over.
I had to lock it at 64.5. My thing is I don't trust either one of these teams up front on either side of the ball. And I know
that's fair.
I don't, and it shocks me. North Carolina, who had talent on the defensive line last year, 17 sacks the whole season. Mm-hmm. That's unacceptable. Mm-hmm. To me, that's almost a scheme thing. I think
Pitt had 40. I think in the same conference, Pitt had 46 sacks.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. So you would think that, we get lulled into thinking North Carolina's defense, they've got to be better this year, right? They've got to be better this year. Till I see it, and I'm leaning North Carolina in this game. I believe North Carolina is going to win. Now, I got the over. I locked in at 64.5. But, to me, if I'm going up against Drake May, I always think about it from the defensive side. Drake May can kill you multiple ways. But at the end of the day, if Drake May is going to beat me, he's going to have to beat me from throwing in the pocket. That's how he's going to have to be. And he can. He had the highest, EPA efficiency, whatever it is, in the country last year when it came down to throwing. But where Drake May kills you is on 3rd and 8 when he breaks contain or slips a guy that you're bringing on a blitz or a defensive end that gets free and he runs for 9, he runs for 12. He's a Justin Herbert clone, but I think he's more athletic than Justin Herbert is running the ball, throwing the ball off platform from outside the pocket. He's one of the best. Caleb Williams is the best scramble drill quarterback in the country. Drake May is right there next to him when the play breaks down. That's the only way I feel like you can contain Drake May somewhat is, throw for 300, but throw for 300 from the pocket going through your reads. Don't throw for 300 and run for 120 because I think he was their leading rusher last year or finished a close second somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's got to change too. I mean, they need to take some of that pressure off of him. And you're right, make him earn it, right? That's the thing. Make him earn it. Don't miscontain or avoid a gap, and then next thing you know,
throw the check down. Make him throw the check down.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the truth. Hey, YouTube, you're not going to find better sports content than what you'll find here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers, which is amazing. We'd appreciate it. If you subbed, then get a friend to sub.